Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube and Internet, this is Kane1371 coming to you through the awesome power of NVIDIA Shadow Play. And today we'll be talking about the stuff that have been going on around the week, and what we have had is a bunch of cool news that I'm gonna be talking about. First off, we are going to be talking about DirectX 12. And the report about DirectX 12 is that, as we already knew, DirectX 12 will be Windows 10 exclusive. Did we know about this? I believe that we had already read about this. I'm not sure, but I believe that I had read about this before, so that wasn't a surprise. Something that was real nice though was that Nvidia will be supporting DirectX 12 with all its older generation GPUs from 400 series forward. That means that if you have a 460, if you have a 460, it will work with DirectX 12. 560, 660, and so on, 690, even a Titan series will work with DirectX 12, which is an awesome news. I was actually really bothered because I thought that, well, DirectX 12 will come out, and if it's really that as good as they say, if it's really good and developers start using it, I would have to change my graphic cards pretty soon. But as it turns out that these DirectX 12 will be supporting my graphic card, and if it's really as good as they say, and if it really boosts that performance, then I will not have to change my graphic cards for yet another year or two. That is an awesome news. But yeah, so that is the DirectX 12 news. And another thing that is really good with DirectX 12 is that it's supposed to make the porting of the games really easier, a lot easier for the developers, so that it will be much better to port games from consoles to PC and from PC to consoles, which is a really good thing. If it's really that way, it will be really good. As we all know, things will get hyped. The PR works are always good, but the product is not always as good as it's supposed to be. But after that DirectX 12 news, we have another news on the Microsoft side and the Windows side and PC side, and that is Microsoft AR headset. This is not a VR headset, this is an AR headset, and what AR means is augmented reality. Now the headset is called HoloLens, as in saying that it's a holograph and stuff like that, but it's actually not holographic, because holographic stuff do not work the way the HoloLens works. HoloLens is a augmented reality lens headset that puts digital data into your everyday world, which is something that we have seen before. It's not something new, it's definitely not new, it has been on since the days of PS2 actually, and even before that. And it's always an interesting concept. I have always liked this. There were really interesting stuff going on with it, like really interesting stuff. There's like games on PS3 that worked with it, like card games, card trading games that would have animations and stuff on AR. But what this is, HoloLens is actually not really about gaming. It's about everything. It's about your everyday life, and it's somehow a bit like, you could say, Google Glass, although Google Glass was not a AR. It just had a little screen there that you could see your data on it. But this thing is a augmented reality headset, and what it does, for example, and I will be putting up pictures too. What it does is, for example, you have Minecraft, and this is a part that we could talk about, the game part. You have Minecraft, and you can put Minecraft into your world on your, for example, the building that you're building. You can put it on your desktop or on your tea table or whatever that you want to put it on, and put it there and go on and tweak it and work on it. Or like the demo that they showed, the demo video that they showed, people that are like designing a product. It could be anything. They are designing it, and then they can, through the holograph, through the headset and the augmented reality stuff, they can change the shapes, and these are all PR right now. This is nothing that we haven't seen anything right now. We have heard about it. I have read a little bit on PC Gamer about it. So what's really going on right now is nobody is really sure. One of the most important parts about this piece of technology is that how big of a latency we will be having, because it's supposed to work in your everyday life, like in your home. And let's say that I'm going to walk on from this room to the next room, and I'm going to look to my left, and my left is going to be loading new data. Let's say that I put a application for weather on my left, on the table that is on my left, and when I'm looking at it, will it take too long to load? How will it work? Will it know that it's supposed to be on that place? Because one of the biggest problems with AR is that it's always having to adjust and sync and stuff like that. This is a big problem with AR. Now, the headset is going to work good. Will it not? Who knows? It's still off. It's still a long way from being completed, and the demos that we have seen and the people have used and done, they say that it's impressive, but it's obviously not there yet. So it's something that we should. I will honestly keep an eye on. I'm really interested in this thing because it really looked good. The demo really looked good. But then again, the Project Natal, the infamous Project Natal, that turned out to be Kinect, was also really impressive. I was super pumped about it, especially with the first few demos that was coming out with it. It was really good. Like, you could talk to the character, you could put stuff into your game, like, you know, the whole thing about scanning the skateboard and using it in the game. There were really good things, but never happened. And the same thing that I'm afraid that might happen here. However, since this is much more geared towards the not gaming and everyday aspect of life, it might actually be much more serious and end up being as they have shown it. It's not impossible. As I say, it's AR, and AR has gone a long way, and it's really possible, but we have to wait and see what happens next. Next thing is Elder Scrolls Online. And oh boy, you know, when Elder Scrolls Online was announced, I was really hyped. And I was really into it. I really tried, and I finally got into the first beta, and it was really interesting, you know. But then when it was real, when I played a little bit, I was like, oh well, lacks something, and that something was, you know, the really awesome lore of Elder Scrolls that you always see it around. It was there somehow, but it wasn't there. I don't know how to explain it. It didn't really feel like Elder Scrolls. It was just Elder Scrolls in name, and it felt like. And one of the biggest problems was like the whole part with the MMO with your teammates. It was honestly horrible. Like the fact that you would have to repeat the same mission for your friend and then for the next friend. And, you know, there were so many problems. Okay, and I was like, well, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be jumping into this thing, because it was one of those MMOs that I was really into. And well, when it was released, people really didn't like it. It ended up getting bashed left and right, and at the end, I was sure that this is going to drop from being a subscription. And even at the start, I was one of those that said that why should it be subscribed? I mean, why should we subscribe to this? Because there are so many other MMOs that we do not have to subscribe to and are just as good or even better. So why? And well, behold, Elder Scrolls Online drops subscription, and this is going to happen in March from 24th of I'm sorry, from 17th of March. The game will not be subscription based, although you will have to buy the base game itself, and then you'll be able to play it for as much as you like. There is a premium subscription that will give you extra DLC content and stuff like that, which is a really annoying move that they do. But yeah, except that there will be no subscription, and you will be able to play every content that have been put on the game until March 17th. So that's another thing. Next up, we have a news that I don't know. As a PC gamer, I guess that I should be happy about it. As a PC gamer that is also really a big fan of console gaming and doesn't want to see the console gaming really go away, or really, I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, as a big fan of PC gaming, I should be happy about this. And believe me, I am actually happy in some ways. But at the same time, I think that what Microsoft is doing is yet again shooting itself in the leg, because Fable Legends will be coming to PC. Now, let me be honest. Fable Legends, I wasn't really interested in it. I actually talked about it in another video. I am still not interested in it. I'm not interested in Fables altogether. I never liked it. Played the original one on PC. Never liked it. Whatever. But what I'm going to talk about here is that, sure, more games to PC. We'll be having even more games to play. But why, oh why is this happening? Why is Microsoft doing this? Sure, it's a Microsoft game and it's coming to it's coming to PC at Microsoft Windows and yada yada and whatever. But believe it or not, those PC gamers that have not bought a console and are interested in buying a console, they will just drop the thought of Xbox One when they see that all these high-profile games that are exclusive to Xbox are dropping into PC. This is annoying. This is really annoying me, because I would actually rather see them being exclusive, because it's a nostalgia thing. In my days, when we played games, exclusive was everything. You know, still to this day, I'm really interested in some games on original Xbox because of the fact that they were exclusive and I haven't been able to play them yet. And you see, this thing is good for me as a PC gamer. It's superb. I will be able to play the game if I'm interested in it. I'm not. Actually, the games that I'm interested in have not dropped onto PC yet, except Dead Rising 3. But many other PC gamers that might have been interested in Fable Legends, Dead Rising 3, let's see, what was that? Yeah, Dead Rising 3. The what was the mecha fighting game? Shooting game thingy. That game and a bunch of other games on Xbox. Those indies, all those little things. I know saying indies is kind of stupid, but believe me, many people are into indies and they buy consoles because of those indies. It happens. I actually bought consoles because of indies. It's just because, you know, some titles you just want to play them, and some titles you just don't want to play them. So, all these titles that you might be interested in, like for the fact that if I wanted to play Dead Rising 3, at first I thought that, okay, I'm only gonna be able to play it on Xbox. Maybe I should buy an Xbox, I don't know. Oh, it's coming to PC, and so on. But at the other side, I want to play Bloodborne. Is it coming to PC? Doesn't look like it. I really want to play Uncharted 4. Is it coming to PC? I don't think so. I really want to play the sequel to Shadow of Colossus, if it ever comes out. Is it going to come out on PC? Hell no! And that's where Sony wins. It keeps its own games on its own console. I know, sure, Phil Spencer wants to say, hey, look here, we are really trying to keep the PC people happy, but believe me, I'm one of the few guys that actually enjoy Microsoft games to this day. Many of the people on the PC community do not give a crap about Microsoft and Microsoft games. That is a fact. If Microsoft comes out and makes a PC exclusive game that is really worth it, Sure, people will love it. Still to this day, I love Age of Empires, Age of Mythology. Those games, Microsoft Studios game. I mean, awesome games. But half of other games nobody cares about. No one really cares about. It's done. If I was going to like decide that should we get this game or not, the nostalgic side of me says I want to keep the old days and have these exclusives, real exclusives. But at the other side, my PC side says, well, more games to the PC people. Why not? One of the games that I really loved was a PlayStation exclusive for a long time, has jumped to PC, and that is Metal Gear Solid. That series is on PC. I'm not pissed at all. I'm not pissed at all. That game should have come to PC much earlier because it wasn't the first party game. It was a third party game. It should have gone to every console. But damn it, do not give your first party games to the competition. You know, I know that many people think like, oh yeah, Microsoft Windows and Microsoft Xbox are both the same thing, but no, they are not. For the first part, the community do not give a crap about the Xbox community. And Microsoft has to sell its consoles to be able to make the next console. And if it keeps on giving out its games to PC, none of those PC gamers will buy an Xbox One, will buy an Xbox One ever. Because they will get those games on their PC. So yeah. That's what I had to say about Fable Legends. Coming out on PC. And it's gonna be Windows 10 exclusive. And we'll use DirectX 12 options and stuff like that. Somehow understandable, but still I do not want that to happen. I just do not. And some people might think that this is somehow me bashing Microsoft as Microsoft, but no, it's just me bashing the fact that they are giving away their games. I actually want them to keep those games so that more people will buy their console. Last time I checked, Microsoft is still having trouble with the sales on the Xbox One. PlayStation 4 almost 20 million units. That is a huge amount. But yeah, what do I know? I'm just sitting here talking about it. And the next thing on the line is going to be another news that was fairly interesting, and that is the fact that Xbox will be PC gamers will be able to stream Xbox games from Xbox to PC. Somehow the most idiotic thing to do. Why would I want to stream my Xbox games to PC? Why? Oh, why? And I'm sure about it. Somehow, in the future, people will be using this ability to emulate Xbox One games on PC. This is going to happen. I mean, the architecture is already close enough, and the software is already close enough. It's just a little bit tweaks, and using this ability is gonna make it even easier. I just see this happening like in the next 2 years. Maybe I will be wrong. It's possible that I'll be wrong, but just the way that I am seeing it, Microsoft is just literally killing Xbox One for the PC gamers. Sure, the average console buyer will buy an Xbox One probably, but the PC gamer will just be like, okay, so I get the games and I can probably emulate the games sooner or later. Why the hell should I buy the console? You know? Yeah. I just do not see that being a good thing. Now, another thing that they will be doing is that it will be also able to stream the games to their tablets, which I don't know if it's popular or not. I do not follow that whole industry. I do not follow that, but that is a good thing, I guess. It's just the same as Sony does with their phones and tablets and streaming the games to the phones and tablets. Um, but the PC, I don't know. I honestly don't think. I honestly don't. I honestly don't think that this will be a good idea. I might be wrong. For all I know, I might be wrong. But yeah, and they have also teased the fact that they will be able to stream PC games to Xbox. Like, so are we going to be playing like, let's say, Planetary Annihilation or uh, those war game franchise games, those war game like European escalations and stuff like that on Xbox One with Xbox One controller? What is that? The, a little bit more explanation would be good too. Yeah, it's just I don't know. At the same time, as I said, I like that I will be having more games to play, but at the same time, I do not want to see less sales on a console. That's not gonna be good, because the more console that this industry sells, the better it is for us as gamers, because the more serious we will be looking to the other people, to the people that are outside our industry, because for the fact, last generation we had over 300 units sold, right? From the DS to PlayStation Portable to PS3 to Xbox 360 and Nintendo Wii, we have had more than 300 million units, 400 million units sold. That's a lot. That's a lot of games. That's a lot of consoles. That's great. You couldn't do that like 15 years ago. You couldn't do that. That was a dream. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 came out, didn't happen. But this generation is happening, and the generation before that is happening. I love that. I love that. And one of the ways that you can do that is through keeping those games close to your heart. That is important. That is important. Some people, I guess, they do not understand that. They do not see it as the way that I say it. But yeah, what can I say? What do I know about this stuff? But yeah, so yeah, that's it. And the last one is Nvidia is announced GTX 960 with a starting point with the starting price as at 199. It's pretty good price, really, and the performance is is really good. I have checked out some benchmarks. There are some games that are just unbelievably low frame rates on 1080p, but those games are really heavy games. So I guess yeah, happens. But yeah, and 960 is out. Is out to be $200. This is a pretty good price. Yeah, that was it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, press that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, or anything like that you like to do. And I'll be coming back to you guys later.